Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And away we go from East Rutherford. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Baker now from the gun. First play of the game and already an incredible catch. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. And they'll throw this instead, trying to catch him off guard. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. They had gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts a turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. An option give here to Etienne. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. David Long getting to the spot that time. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 45 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jets football. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Pressure coming, Baker. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd down, Mayfield to pass. Complete to Coleman. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Here's Hall once more. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
First down, here's Baker. That's caught, it's Breece Hall. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. We've got an injury stoppage here, and no, not what any of us want to see. You remember the injury his rookie year. It's Breece Hall hurts on the play. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. From the red zone now. Has it down close. And that's a New York touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL. On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Palmer motioning right. 2nd and 1. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, LA. That type of play right there, Brock, who do you credit more? Are you crediting him for making the catch or the quarterback for putting just the right touch on that football?
Are you asking me the quarterback or me the analyst?
The unbiased observer of football.
Sure. Well, the quarterback's going to say, that's all me. That's a beautiful arc. Don't you love that touch?
Yep,
the receiver's going to say, yeah. But I'm the one who brought it down for you. The answer is it's both, and that was awesome.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Xavier Gipson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that. And he's there for the interception. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. David Long getting to the spot that time.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. ETN on the catch. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
Brown's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This is taken in at the 13. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Kings.
They go right back to Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Just a field goal separates these two. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Throwing Baker. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third down. Here's Mayfield. He has it at the 5. And in, touchdown, New York. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets take a 4-point lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. He'll get this to ETN. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. Pass taken in by Kelly. Still has some space inside the 35. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. DJ Reed brings him down that time. 2nd and 6 coming up here. It's Herbert once more. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, Herbert. That's taken in by ETN. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Motioning him from the slot right. Mayfield now from the gun. Able to hit home, complete. And that's good for a gain of 5. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Third down give to Hall. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. We've got an injury stoppage here, and no, not what any of us want to see. You remember the injury his rookie year. It's Breece Hall hurts on the play. First and 10, it's Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Baker now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run here on first down. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Slot man motioned over. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. Third and long for him here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Throwing now, Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 37. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys could have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Herbert to throw once more. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Herbert throwing again. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
59.
Here's 2nd and 7. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st and 10, here's Herbert. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. From the red zone now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Hey, go Lion.
Now Herbert again. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Brown's kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. As the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play, and it brings up an LA first down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. They'll run. He loses the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal. Herbert now, blitz coming. Complete out to the right side. It's an LA touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Dicker on now for the PAT. And the kick is good. And the Chargers push their lead to 6. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give him the ball at the 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's a give up the middle. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Throwing the out route complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Quick throw right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running this one left. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Mayfield now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets bring the game back to level. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ray. Go.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's taken in by ETN. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Second and 10, Herbert trying again. And he can't reel it in, incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Slot receiver headed left. On 3rd down, Herbert tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
Baker out of the pistol. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Home to right.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Completed to his running back. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing on first is Herbert. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense.
This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Reaches the 40. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They get 37 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, 33.
Baker now from the gun. Hits his running back. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Tuli Pulotu in for the tackle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Only 1 quarter remains. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here's Baker to throw. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there. Trying to find his tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10, Herbert. He puts everything behind this one. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Herbert. That one's complete, right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chargers will have a first. Herbert throwing again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Herbert to throw once more. ETN on the catch. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up 2nd down. Now Herbert again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now toss it to ETN. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd down, here's Mayfield. That's caught for the 1st. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Motion man left is Brown. Back-to-back carries here. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Real.
Baker now off to play fake. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
A crucial mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Offense to the line for second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
He'll throw it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. From their own end zone, and he gets it away. Broke through the tackle. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. It'll be a punt of 39 yards in the end. And the Jets offense will take over inside of enemy territory. He'll look to throw it. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Near the goal line. He has the New York touchdown. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Has this at the 6. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Jets make the play that should win them this game. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On first down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. All right, here we go. Second down.
Good. Good.
They give it to him again. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Good.
Another carry for him. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. So the win goes to the Jets. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with